So if you were on YouTube in 2016, 2017, then you definitely know the name TheDissGod, or some of you may know him as TheDissRapper. And TheDissRapper started off his career streaming games like Fortnite and Call of Duty. But he was never really known as a gamer. He was really known for calling girls and things like that on stream.
Oh, you can just write this if you want.
Okay. Is that the right? Yes, bitch!
Well, you need one more.
Wait.
What? Oh my god, the nut. Oh.
So you may wonder, how did he get the name TheDissGod, or how did he get the name TheDissRapper? Well, this name wasn't a given because he actually earned his name. If you were watching YouTube during this era, it's a high chance that TheDissRapper dissed your favorite YouTuber. In this video, we're going to focus on some of the biggest gamers that he's dissed in the Call of Duty community. And now he's missing. Okay, well, not actually missing, but nobody heard from him from a very long time. And he recently just came back and told the entire story of why he was gone. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press the subscribe button because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And let's get into why TheDissGod suddenly vanished from YouTube. So about 7 years ago in April of 2016, TheDissGod would drop his first diss track on Optic Crimsits, who was a Call of Duty player for the team Optic back in the day. So this diss track alone was one of the first diss tracks that he's ever posted on YouTube, and it was the first diss track on a member of the Call of Duty community. And this diss track would quickly grow within the Call of Duty community. It even got reacted to by players like Optic Scump.
I was getting up I was getting
Oh no, what's going on?
Oh my god, dude, that was good.
And YouTubers like RiceGum.
or I'm hot like a pyro. Got your girl role playing you a champ so she might choke. Put my nuts on her face like
Oh! He said let your girl role play champs, as in like role playing, so she might choke, cause he choked at champs. Damn, that's fire.
And after the success of his first Call of Duty diss track, TheDissGod of course wanted to stay within that community and target that audience. So after dissing Crimsits, TheDissGod went on to diss Brawades, and Brawades at the time was never really in the Call of Duty community, but as most of you may know, Brawades is FaZe Rogue's brother. So that was still like kind of attacking the entire Call of Duty community, because like 7 years ago, which is when he dropped his diss track, FaZe Rogue was definitely still a part of the Call of Duty community and he was nearing the top of it. And after the Brawades diss track, he kind of chilled with dissing the Call of Duty community for about 4 months. He was still dissing people, but it was other people that were popping during the time, like Jacob's Tutorials. And about 4 months went by and some drama started stirring up within the community, involving FaZe Adapt and his girlfriend at the time, Adriana. So TheDissGod took it upon himself to make a diss track on not FaZe Adapt, but FaZe Adapt's girlfriend at the time, Adriana. And the success of this was actually crazy. Like, people were starting to realize that he could actually rap and it wasn't just like a troll thing that he was doing, because he actually went in on the diss track. In fact, the video got so popular that this was the first diss track that he ever made a music video for. And now that music video is at 6 million views. Now obviously that's over the span of like 7 years, but that's still super impressive because there's rappers out here that doesn't have a song with 6 million views, like real rappers. So that's pretty impressive. And just 3 weeks after the diss track that he did on FaZe Adapt's girlfriend Adriana, he dropped another diss track on an Optic member's girlfriend who was named Kins. Now Kins was dating one of the most, if not the most popular member of the Call of Duty community, Optic Scump. Now we all know who Scump is, so we don't need to go too much into that. I don't really know what the drama or the problem was with Scump and his girlfriend at the time, but I do know that TheDissGod made a diss track on her and it did 1 million views. And this will be the last diss track that he did on the Call of Duty community, because after this he started a new arc in which he was like 22 Savage or 23 Savage or whatever the case may be, and he trolled with that for a little while before dropping his biggest diss track of all time, which was the Jake Paul and Team 10 diss track. Now obviously we're not going to spend too much time talking about these ones, but it's still a very important part of TheDissGod's career. And the last diss track that we ever received from TheDissGod was the diss track on Pontiac made DDG. Now, I know some of you probably don't know who it is, or most of you may know who he is, but that was a big beef at the time within the community, and they were going back and forth. Now, this will be the last diss track that TheDissGod ever dropped, because after this, he just completely vanished off the internet. I mean, disappeared. No one at all has heard from him, seen him, or anything up until the point of his return. And when he came back in about 2020, he released another diss track that was on Pontiac made DDG. And this diss track was really just to get things up and running again, get people back talking about them, things like that. But sadly, the video didn't do what he wanted it to do because DDG didn't even respond. In fact, I think he clowned him or something on Twitter. And he ended up teasing like a mixtape. And we thought that it was the return of Diss God. And he just never came back. Not to be heard from for another 2 years. Then this year, 2023, Diss God appeared again for a little longer amount of time. He came back in the midst of the streaming wars versus Kick and Twitch and things like that, where everybody was just coming back and streaming, trying to see if they could get a contract. And while he was doing these streams, all his fans was asking him, where has he been? What happened? Things like that. And this is what this guy had to say.
So basically, I had a situation where my little sister was something was happening, right? And she was dealing with these guys. They ended up being like gang members, all right? And she was telling me stuff, bro, like they were making her do stuff that she needs help. And this is prime 2017. So basically, long story short, my little sister these guys were holding her for ransom and saying that they were going to kill her if I didn't pay like this amount of money. Right? So I'm 20 years old. I'm fucking in my prime, right? Whatever. I'm lucky enough that I had a hell of money. Or I had enough money. So, bro, they said if I call the cops that they knew where my grandma lived, my parents. It was this huge situation, right? I'm like, I go there, I almost get fucking shot, bro. I'm not going to tell you guys specifics. But I ended up getting her because I'm fucking smart. And then I fly back to Cali. And then this shit happens, bro. Dude, I'm so bad at telling stories, bro. And then, so basically, at the end of all this, they ended up putting money on my head for helping my sister after I already paid the ransom, bro. And I couldn't call the police. Then, because my sister, like, bro, it's some crazy shit, bro. And it's hard for you guys to understand, but it was just a lot.
Now, obviously, there's a lot more detail and things like that went into the story. And he was basically just living paranoid, didn't want anybody to know where he was, what he was doing. And obviously, with doing YouTube and Twitch and live streaming, it's kind of hard to hide those types of things from the world. So he just had to drop all of it and go into hiding. And if you're really interested in knowing like the full story with all the details and things like that, I'll leave a link to like one of the full videos that he was actually talking about on stream and things like that, if you want to go check that out yourself. And this guy would stay around for a short amount of time after that. He was around for like maybe a month, maybe 2, I'm not sure. But this was definitely the longest run he's been around since like 2018. And then he just disappeared again. So now we're in November 4th, and it's looking like this god is once again off of the internet. Who knows when we'll see him again, man. All we can do is pray for him and his family's safety. Hope everything's okay, and just hope we can get him to be consistent again with the streaming and maybe even some diss tracks. Hey man, start some beef. The community been dry. Like, I'm tired of watching Neon streams, man. This guy come back, the community misses you, man, and hopefully you can take back over, man. But if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. Any feedback is good feedback to me. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press the subscribe button to join the trap house with the biggest trapper. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Always, I appreciate the love and support. Now I catch y'all boys in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.